Welcome to another day of Guru Mantra meditation. Welcome on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. Welcome everybody. Hi Kate, hi Nazna, hi Lila, Jenny, good morning. Hopefully the light's okay. I might turn that light on. I have two cameras going, and this one, hi Chantal, hi Rubes. Thank you Ruby for doing the meditation for me yesterday. I've got quite a few appointments this week, and also Casey will be running the meditation for me tomorrow, and we have Michelle on Saturday and Nat on Sunday, so quite a few different yogis will be running these free meditations in the morning. Buongiorno. Live in Florence tours. I did an exchange in Firenze. Ciao. My host parents lived really close to Sting's house. How cool is that? We could see Sting's house from his country Florence vacay home from where I was living with them. Good morning, Jess. Jess, I've got the leg warmers on. Thank you for those. Good morning, Nikki and Lou. Ciao. Ciao back to you. What is your name? Live Florence Tours. Hello, Mel and Bree. So welcome to another morning of Guru Mantra. And the other day I was talking a lot about Kriya and perfect morning for leg warmers. Ain't that the truth? I was discussing Kriya and what Kriya means. Hi gang from Tussie Mussy. Hi Mish. Good morning. I just told everyone that you'll be running the meditation on Saturday. The t-shirt, yeah, Bray. It comes with a pair of matching short leggings that my best friend sent to me last night for my birthday. So I thought I'd whip it out straight away. Rosetta, you're Francesca's mum. Wow. Welcome, so nice to have you. Hi Kirsty, hi Kitty, hi all of the family. We've got a big Italian family. Oh, Simona, Firenze is your favorite city. Yeah, Italy is an incredible country. Michaela. Finally, I figure out who is the person behind RMIT Design Hub. Welcome everybody. Okay, so yeah, I nearly did the short shorts and leg warmers, but I feel like, I'm kind of in a COVID phase. I'll just call it a COVID phase where the shorts might be a little bit too short, a little bit too tight right now. Gotta put it out there. Hey Catherine, hey Katie, hey Mum, hi Jack, the gang. So the other day, hi Sarah, the other day I was discussing Kriya, what Kriya means. It's an action for the most part. It's a transcendent action, and there's a sense that there is something happening within the body. And if you're learning Kriya, which we learn in the mentorship, we learn a lot of Kriya. It's also called Kundalini. So Yogi Bhajan kind of trademarked, I guess, a lot of these Kriya, and he called them Kundalini. So if you're doing a Kundalini class, you're doing a class filled with different Kriyas. Hi Sari. So the Kriya are practices that help us to move towards transcendent states and to help us to get out of our everyday mindset, and also to step into a state that it's a purification as well. Kriya Yoga is mentioned in the Yoga Sutras and beyond, and it's a practice of really cleansing. And whether you're cleansing through your body, or whether it's your mind, or whether it's old stored patterns, there is a sense that there is a cleansing process that allows you to move beyond your everyday mind, your everyday way of being. Tell me if that makes sense, if those two discussions on Kriya make sense. If you have more questions on it, you can always let me know. I wanted to do a Kriya with you this morning that would lead into our meditation practice. So the Kriya is the Sat Chit Ananda Kriya. And this Kriya is one which, like the mantra that we've been working with this week, Sat Chit Ananda, is a vibration that is connecting us to our bliss body. In yoga and this kind of the philosophy of yoga, there was an understanding that we are much more than just the physical body. In the West, we kind of really perceive ourselves as just mind and body for the most part. But in yoga, they had a much greater and deeper understanding of the subtle bodies. The Annamaya Kosha is the physical body, which is important, but you don't want to only perceive yourself from this physical perspective. The next body that's described is Pranamaya Kosha, which is the energy body. And the energy body can be felt when we're doing Kriya, when we're doing practices that awaken there's a sense of energy. It's really a hard one when we do pranayama. So pranayama, pranamaya kosha. This word prana is kind of life force or energy. When we do pranayama, which is breath work, then we often have this experience of a shift. And it's sort of in our physical body, but it's almost like it's beyond. It's more subtle than that. There's a tingling, heat. There's often a feeling of expansion. I had a student who would describe feeling after a session like the Michelin Man. She was always like, I just feel like the Michelin Man, like I'm bigger than my physical body. And this would be an experience of Pranamaya Kosha. After that, which one do we have? It's Manomaya Kosha, which is the mental body. So the idea that the thoughts are not just in our heads, but they actually move through our whole body, and there's an entire body made up of this kind of conscious thought. And I think that all of us can understand that pretty easily. Then there is the wisdom body, Vijnanamaya Kosha. And Vijnanamaya Kosha, the wisdom body, I think really awakens when we do a lot of practice. So I know for myself that when I do a lot of practice, I start to feel more in touch with my own intuition. And it becomes quite easy to kind of see and perceive things, to know which is the right way forward. Through a lot of practice, you gain this kind of wisdom, a knowing, and it'll happen for me with students. Students will kind of come to me, or they'll do a private session with me, and as we talk, I kind of know what's going on. I can kind of see what's happening. There's a sense that through deep connection with yourself, you start to have that deep connection with other people as well. And then the final body is Anandamaya Kosha, which is the sheath of bliss. And that's what we will be working with today. And the bliss body is something that we've all experienced. I mean, of course, we have experienced this when we've been in partnership and lovemaking. Yes, it's very obvious, those moments of bliss, or when you're on your own. But having connection to the bliss body is something that we experience when we are perhaps in nature and watching an incredible sunset that just, you know, you want to take all the photos and nobody cares about your photos of the sunset. You're like, no, but this sunset was just phenomenal. You know, you really, it creates a really a strong sensation within you of awakening in some way. A bliss state. You experience it often spontaneously. It could happen after feeling at one with the universe. Yes, alchemy, wellness. You can experience it after a yoga practice. Sometimes after a yoga practice, I will just be on cloud 9. Just, you can't even explain it. It's like there's this high, and this would be the awakening of Anandamaya Kosha, this bliss body. We are nature, so in alignment with ourselves. Yeah, and when there are different ways to connect with the bliss body, it's very often spontaneous, and we can cultivate it though. We can cultivate it through particular practice and also through sensitivity and the ability for us to be able to be aware of those moments. So to be mindful and not rushing through the beautiful moments that exist, not rushing past the sunset or, you know, the gaze with a beloved, or, you know, the smell of a newborn, all of those things, or that deep connection of the heart that you can have with your best friend. And to really sit in that. Welcome, son of Abiri. What is your name? I want to know. Presence is hard. Yes, presence is hard because we're not used to doing it. Yeah, it is a huge part of the yoga practice. But if you want to connect to the bliss body, then you need to create a discipline with it. Simone, all of the time after yoga, that is why most of the teachers were asking you, did you smoke something after yoga? Yeah, I mean, that feeling, it's almost like we would call it we would describe it when we were doing our yoga teacher training. Everyone was like yoga stoned afterwards. And you don't want to be stoned to the point where you're, you know, walking out onto the road. I'm always really like, okay, everybody ground, get back in your body. But yes, the release of oxytocin, of course. And that's what community brings. So when we are in community now, we release oxytocin, we release serotonin, and often dopamine as well. And all of these hormones, which are released through these practices, we want to have them in natural ways. I mean, because you can have these experiences. We were talking about it in the philosophy course on Tuesday, that you can start to experience states of oneness and transcendence through many different avenues. You can do it in the sutras. They even talk about you can do it through drugs. You might experience transcendence because of a previous life and the work that you've done. You just have it from birth. You can do it through mantra and chanting, which is kind of a bit what we'll do today. And you can do it, what is the other one? There's one more, and then you can experience these states through yoga. So for many people, they've not been exposed enough to yoga to know that you can have these blissful states without having to go out and party and take drugs. The TLC bubble. Yes, we are creating a TLC, a serotonin bubble altogether. We need these hormones right now. These hormones are released when hugging trees too. Oh yeah, go and hug a tree, people, if you're not able to hug a human in real life yet. I've been hugging people, but you know, if you're not feeling it, go and hug a tree. So today we will work with the intention of tapping into the bliss body through this mantra, Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat is the truth, Chit is consciousness, Ananda is bliss. The truth of our consciousness is to be in bliss. Yay, you've missed your morning community. Kids are back at school. And yes, Chris, TLC rave, it's coming. But it'll be like a meditation rave. Yes. And T, you can get your friend to do the DJing. So what I'd like to do is invite you to find a seat. Now today, you'll need to be in a seated position. It doesn't matter whether you're on the knees, on a chair, or sitting cross-legged. I just need to adjust this camera a little higher. Okay. Nat Sunday morning shake is like a rave. Yes, totally. The music, the shaking, this is the Kriya as well. So with this particular Kriya, we work with a couple of mudras. The first is Hiranyagarbhai mudra, which is this infinite emptiness. And we place it down, for those who are on YouTube, the camera is quite close, down by the sacral chakra. So for those who are on Instagram, you should be able to see it. We'll say Sat with the hands here. Then we'll move the hands up to the heart and create a lotus shape. So the thumb and the pinky fingers are connected, the base of the hand, and the rest of the fingers are opening out. Some people find this quite difficult. So any variation of this kind of mudra at the heart. And that's when we say Chit, which is consciousness. And then we reach the arms all the way up and overhead, and we spread the fingers and we say Ananda. And for those who are on YouTube, I can't have to be kind of far away. We do this with Ananda as though we're experiencing the bliss body all around ourselves. Spread fingers, palms facing out. So to go over it again, for those who've just joined, we're doing a Kriya, a bliss Kriya to move into meditation. So Hiranyagarbhai mudra, this kind of open circular shape at the sacral center for Sat. We bring it to the heart for the lotus shape, Chit. And then we reach the arms up and overhead, spread the fingers and say Ananda. So it's Ananda. Okay. Let's begin. And close the eyes down, bring the hands into that circular shape around the sacral center. In fact, let's consecrate first. Let's bring the palms out in front. Take a deep breath in the nose, out of the mouth. One round of Om. Inhale. Consciously, we let go of all that is taking us away from our bliss, all of the burden, the responsibility, the heartache, the drama of this life, all created internally. We let it go. And we align our consciousness to all that is blissful, connected, universal, eternal. And from this space we consecrate. We offer up all of the karmic fruits of our practice to divine consciousness. And then wait for a response. You'll feel it from above. bring the hands to the first mudra, the circular shape with the sacral center. Together we say the mantra Sat, hands to the heart, Chit, reach them up, Ananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Notice if there's any awkwardness, breathe through it. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Spread the arms, spread the bliss. Sat, Chit, Ananda. 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 From the emptiness we create life and experience the bliss of our eternal nature. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. And let the bliss shower you, golden light, fullness. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Make the mantra a little softer. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Let it become a whisper. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Let it become silent and experience felt through movement and intention the awakening of bliss within you. One final gentle round of movement, internally repeating Sat, Chit, Ananda. Keep repeating the mantra, but rest the hands, palms to face up, tips of the thumbs and forefingers to touch. And continue to internally chant Sat, Chit, Ananda. And if the mind is distracted with thoughts, mundane tasks, be gentle and remind it you have but a short few moments to sit in this mantra that in time slowly allows you to connect in with your own bliss, your own blissful nature. So let go just for now of all that is every day and allow yourself to gently awaken bliss within. Sa Chit Ananda. Sa Chit Ananda. Really go deep into the mantra for these final few moments. Sa Chit Ananda. And keeping the mind focused, now let go of the mantra. No mantra, only mind, only experience. Perhaps a moment of pure bliss. Bhadram karnebihi shrunuyama devaha Bhadram pashe makshabhirya chatraha Sthirirangai estushtuvargam sastanubihi Vyashema devahiteng yadayuhu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We bring our hands to wrap around our bodies, giving ourselves some comfort and nurturing, tenderness in this practice, and gratitude. When was the last time you touched yourself in a loving, nurturing, kind way? Give yourself a moment to experience this inner love, this inner appreciation. And gently bring the hands to prayer. Press the palms together and bow forward to the experience of bliss that unfolds within us, from us, without external cause, that is ours by divine birthright, to that potential for bliss within us that we know exists in all those who joined us. To that we bow and say Namaste. Namaste. So So thank you all for joining me this morning for this practice and discussion on bliss and the bliss body, and this mantra Sat Chitananda, which is a very ancient, very sacred mantra found in many of the very, very old texts. Thanks, Belle. Thanks, Rubes. We are bliss. And Nicole, you loved that, Chris. Great. Emma, thank you. Sari, Stefania, Jackie, thank you all. Amy, I hope you can find some bliss wherever you are. So great. So a blissful start to your day. How great is it to start your day with a little bit of bliss? Tap into that every day. Highly recommend. Thank you, it was bliss. Good, good, Lozzie. Excellent. So this is an example of Kriya, and in fact, if you are a collective member, there are Kriya practices. There is a third coming up tomorrow, but bliss could be a really nice one. So maybe it's one that I'll film on Sunday for those who are members. Bliss with the sun cracking through during meditation. These moments are blissful. And when you are awake to nature, and I am someone who is often very busy. I am not somebody who naturally focuses on the detail or the poetic. I appreciate it, but it's something that I've had to cultivate, in all honesty. Some people are natural poets and see this and experience life in that way, and for me it's been something I have had to cultivate. But it is possible for everyone. And even if you didn't experience this and a sensation of bliss in this practice, that's okay. It is a practice for that reason. So we carry on with all of these practices until one day, through something, you experience it. You know, you do a breathwork class and you come out and you're like, wow, I feel this kind of deep love. I feel this great blissful sensation. It happens. It just takes consistency of practice. Love to the whole Pavone family and the surrounding Familia Italiana, all of the TLC family. Thank you all for joining me this morning. I'll be back on Monday, and we'll have a new mantra on Monday for those of you who have been coming regularly. So tomorrow will be Casey, Saturday will be Mish, Sunday will be Nat for a nice shake, and that is such a great way to drop into bliss. So I hope you enjoy that with her. And I will see you all on Monday. Much love to everybody.